You are listening to the Keep the Weight Off podcast with Dr. Angela, episode number 92.
Welcome to the Keep the Weight Off podcast, where we bust all the dieting myths and discover not just how to lose weight, but more importantly, how to keep it off. We go way beyond the food, and we use science and psychology to give you strategies that work. And now your host, Dr. Angela Zechmann.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to the podcast this week. How are you, Marchelle?
I'm doing great. Hey, everybody. Hey, I wanted to just add something really quick. I've been keeping track of the reviews because we have been asking for your guys' reviews.
Yeah.
And so we have one new review, but we need more reviews, you guys, because we need to get this information out there. So I just wanted to put that out there again. Please, 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 if you're listening to this, go on the Apple or iTunes and give us a review, please.
Yeah. Well, even just hitting a rating would help too. I mean, you don't have to
even a rating. Yeah. It just takes a minute.
Yeah. That takes 2 seconds to put a rating in.
Yeah.
So that's
that would
great.
really help us out.
But
really help us.
we love reviews too. So that's awesome. So, okay. Well, I'm feeling super awesome today, and I'm going to tell you why. I mentioned last week that I'd been to a conference with other life coaches. Remember that? Remember how we talked last week about all the awesome things I'd learned? And I talked last week about the power of one sentence. And that's a really important podcast to listen to. So it's podcast number 91. So if you haven't listened to that one, after you're done listening to this one, go and listen to podcast number 91, because that was a fascinating one. And I enjoyed that one. So
I really did too. It was really good information.
It was good. So the power of one sentence can be profound. So truly, it can. So I want to take 2 different sentences and kind of drill down a little bit. So first sentence is, I want to lose weight and get healthy. Now, how many of us are thinking about this right about this time of year when we're starting to think about next year, right?
Yes. I think about it all the time, but mostly, around the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another sentence is, I will lose weight and get healthy. So, Marchelle, do you feel any difference between these 2 sentences?
Oh,
I want to lose weight and get healthy?
Yeah, I completely see a difference in those 2 sentences.
Okay. So the difference is really just one word, or maybe a phrase. It's I want to versus I will. I want to lose weight and get healthy versus I will lose weight and get healthy. So subtle change in words, and yet a not so subtle change in the feelings and actions that these 2 sentences generate. Interesting, huh? Mm-hmm. So think about the first one. I want to lose weight and get healthy. What feeling does that sentence generate for you, Marchelle?
Just like a hope of doing something, but no action to it.
Right. Yeah. So it's just kind of like a wish. And
wish.
It doesn't really, it doesn't really generate any action, does it? It's just sort of like, maybe someday. But right now, I'll just keep eating chips. or whatever it might be.
Why do today what you could put off tomorrow?
Exactly.
For tomorrow.
So I just want to ask, is it any wonder that nothing really changes for so many of us? Like we keep wishing, but these thoughts don't generate any purposeful action. You see this? Does it make sense?
I mean, I want $1 million, but I'm probably not going to get it. But I wish for that. No, I'm just throwing that in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd like $1 million too. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. So I want to lose weight and get healthy. Now let's take the second sentence. I will lose weight and get healthy. So that's not just a desire. That's a decision. You see the difference?
Right.
So what feeling does this sentence generate for you, Marchelle? I will lose weight and get healthy. What's that feeling?
It generates a feeling of being in control more, or like having a plan, or being more confident.
Right. So confidence or determination or empowerment, something along those lines.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it can be kind of scary for lots of people, if not everybody, to actually say this sentence and mean it, right? Because it's a decision that you have now declared, and it generates action. So you are obligated to act when you say that. So The sentence brings determination. This is going to happen for me. I will make this happen. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have made a decision, and the decision I have made is that I will lose weight and get healthy. So, interesting, huh? And by the way, you can apply this to any decision that you want to make, not just about getting healthy or weight loss, but about all kinds of things like changing jobs or moving to a new location or getting married or getting divorced. Like there's all kinds of decisions that you can make. And this is why I always say that the weight loss journey done well is a journey of profound personal evolution. How many times have you heard me say that, Marchelle?
I know, but I love that. I love that phrase.
Yeah, it really is. Well, what happens is you use all the lessons that you learn in your weight loss journey and you apply them to other areas of your life. And you really evolve yourself doing that. And so that's what we usually see among the students in our membership. They evolve themselves in lots of different ways. So there's very little power in wishes and hopes and dreams, but there is a lot of power in making decisions. Does that make sense? It's a lot
this is good.
of power. Yeah. Because decisions generate action. Once we've made a decision, we are compelled to act. So many of us spend our lives wishing and hoping our lives would or could be different, but wishes and hopes don't generate change because they do not unleash any real power. The power comes in making the decision. I will do this. I will not do that. And there's just a lot of power in that. It's like suddenly you've unleashed forces in the universe that were not available before. Pretty cool, right?
Right. It's a good feeling.
And it's a little bit scary. Okay. Now, why is that? It's because once you make a decision, your primitive brain, which wants everything to stay the same because it's safe, is going to start sending you thoughts of doubt.
Right.
So think about this. So there's going to be a lot of what if thoughts. So like, what if this is the wrong decision? What if I fail? What if I choose the wrong plan? What if I'm wasting my time? What if I'm wasting my money? What if something happens? What if nothing happens? What if they all think I'm crazy? What if I can't do it? What if I feel awkward saying no to the margarita on girls' night out? What if Christmas sucks? What if I fail again and gain all my weight back? So this constant barrage of what if, and on it goes. And all of these what if thoughts send us straight back into the cave where nothing changes. Have you had that happen before, Marchelle?
Yeah, definitely. When I sit around, and hope and dream, nothing ever changes for me. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So,
right.
So does that mean, is anybody out there listening to this feeling motivated to make some decisions right now? Because I sure am.
Yeah. Well, have you ever had your brain present to you what if sentences? Like,
oh, mine's my biggest thing is like, what if I fail?
Yeah. What if you fail?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What if I fail? Yeah.
So,
what
yeah.
if?
So why am I telling all of us this? I want all of us to just be aware of what a normal human brain does when presented with a decision. So the question isn't whether these what if thoughts are going to come up, because they will. The question is whether or not you're going to pay any attention to them. Okay?
Yeah, don't listen to them. That's just a bunch of crap. Don't even bother. Just move it along. Don't dwell on it, because I've done that. Yeah. It's a waste of time.
I know.
Just don't do it.
Just don't. So just because your brain presents you with a thought, that doesn't mean you actually have to pay attention to it, right? So you've got a choice, and that's where you have your power, is in the choice. You get to decide what thoughts you want to keep and what thoughts you want to ignore. Now, remember last time we talked about how these thoughts are going to come up and they're kind of habits, and so you just have to ignore them if you want to move your life forward. You can't really get rid of them, okay? So if you really want to live a vibrant, healthy life, I want you to know that you deserve it, regardless of all the doubts that your primitive brain might be putting in your way. And I also want you to know that when you make a decision, you're going to unleash power that will bring all of those what if thoughts to the surface. And you get to choose whether to pay attention to them or whether to keep your eyes focused on the future that you envision for yourself, where you're thriving in a healthy, vibrant body that you're proud of. So you get to decide. You get to either indulge in confusion and that paralyzing what if thinking, or you get to decide to not pay attention to that.
It just be like the Nike commercial and just do it.
Yeah, there you go. That was a brilliant marketing campaign, by the way.
Yes, for sure. And I love that phrase too. I just, whenever I'm, when I'm sitting around thinking about like the what ifs, I'm just like, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's what happens when we make a decision. The first thing that happens is we get to save a ton of time. No more months or years pondering and thinking and indulging in confusion. We make a decision and we take action. And notice the words I used. Those were purposeful words. Indulging in confusion. Confusion is an indulgent emotion. So it's something that our brain does to stop us. And if we listen and allow our brains to stay confused, we won't take action. Okay. Makes sense?
I mean, we only have so much time, on this earth. And it's like, would you rather spend it sitting around thinking about doing something, or would you rather spend it trying to do something and taking action, no matter what happens?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I agree. So when we make decisions, here's the second point about making decisions. When we make decisions, we learn to back ourselves up. So we remind ourselves that there are no wrong decisions. This is pretty powerful. When we make a decision, we will take action. And in taking action, we're either going to succeed or we will learn. Okay, so there's no such thing as a wrong decision because there's no such thing as failure. There's only success or learning. And that's really important to remember when you're making decisions. Cool, huh?
Yeah, really listen to this because there's no failures. You're just you're gonna be successful. You're gonna learn. I really like that.
Yep. You're gonna learn what doesn't work or
takes the fear out of it.
Exactly. Now, the third thing that happens when we make decisions is we get to evolve ourselves. And again, this is what our primitive brain does not like because we're moving beyond the primitive brain's comfort zone and putting ourselves at risk of peril and danger. But making decisions and taking actions causes us to evolve in our knowledge of ourselves and our knowledge of the world around us. So if I make a decision to start a business, for example, I'm making a decision that will really cause me to evolve as I'm learning how to start and run a business. If I make a decision to get married, I'm making a decision that will cause me to evolve as I'm navigating the joys and pains of relationship. If I make a decision to lose weight and get healthy, I'll evolve as I'm learning how to cook and learning how to manage my life so that I can incorporate self-care and learning how to stop buffering my negative emotions with food or alcohol. So making decisions changes us. And this, of course, is what the primitive brain really fears. So just remember that when you're making your decisions. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Okay, the fourth thing that happens when we make decisions is we develop a sense of confidence. So the more decisions we make and the more action we take, the more confident we become. It's pretty amazing, right? Do you see how that happens, Marchelle?
Yeah, that's exactly the word I was thinking of too, is the confident word.
Yeah, exactly. So I would encourage you, our listener, as you're moving through the holiday season and thinking about 2023, to start thinking about the decisions that you want to make. It really only takes a second to make a decision. It doesn't take months. It might take months to think about it and indulge in confusion, but it only takes a second to make a decision. And then you'll be fueled to take action. And I also want you to know that during the week between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to be hosting a sugar detox challenge. So this is 4 days where you'll get to learn what sugar and flour are doing to your body and your brain. And I'll teach you everything you need to know to get prepped for your detox in the new year. And that is pretty cool. And I'm letting you know this now so that those of you who are planners can be thinking about this. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to call it yet, though. But basically, it's a sugar detox challenge. So I encourage you to think about it now because in 2023, I want each of us to be thriving in healthy, vibrant bodies that we're proud of. I want each of us ready for summer vacations and looking forward to getting a new summer wardrobe and a new swimsuit or two. Doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah, I want to be thriving in a healthy, vibrant body that I'm proud of. I'm going to have to do, so just to put it out there, I have to confess something. So I'm going to have to do this 4-day challenge, the detox challenge, because, the holidays got the best of me. And, not the holidays didn't get the best of me. Let's just be real. I made the decision, to eat what I wanted to eat. And so now I have like the sugar cravings and that, and that's something that, you just have to be aware that you're going to have to deal with. And so I'm excited that we're doing this. It's perfect time because I'm going to do the challenge myself. So, and I challenge everybody else to do it with me.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
Well, I want all of us to be able to do the things we want to do, like go hiking and boating and enjoy the warm weather and the summer vacations and all of it. So think ahead.
Oh, just feel better. You just feel so much better when you're clear-minded and you're not on the junk.
Yeah. So think now about what you want 2023 to look like. This is the year that you get to win your battle with your weight if you want to. It takes just a simple decision to do it. So make a decision to join me in the challenge. You'll have the opportunity to sign up starting next week. Just keep your eye on your email or in the Sugar and Flour Buster Society on Facebook. And by the way, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, go do that now. And then listen to last week's podcast. All right. So, Marchelle, do you have any questions at all or comments?
No, this is great. Like I said, I can't wait to do the 4-day, detox challenge. And I'm hoping that anybody who's listening to this will do it with me because just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it because that's what I'm going to do. Or otherwise, sit around talking yourself out of it. Don't do that. Just do it.
Awesome. All right. Good job. So that's all I have for you today. Get a good handle on the difference between desires and decisions and start making decisions. Remember that you're going to have to overcome your primitive brain in order to actually follow through on your decisions. But now that you know what's happening and you know that it's normal, that there's not something wrong with you, I know you'll be able to do it. So, all right, everyone, have a beautiful week and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.
All right, you guys, you all got this and take care. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, if you really want to lose weight and keep it off for good, your next step is to sign up for Dr. Angela's free weight loss course, where you're going to learn everything you need to get started on your weight loss journey the right way. Just head over to journeybeyondweightloss.com/free course to sign up. Also, it would be awesome if you could take a few moments and write a review on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you in Journey Beyond Weight Loss.